I built a blog that handles all the boring stuff automatically. Every time I click publish, Sanity Functions handle the things I forget to do or don't want to do automatically, like adding a redirect if I change my slug. Let me show you what I mean. This is a blog post that I'm going to publish 3 times and then delete to see these different functions pop up when their conditions are met. In this body, there is a code block here with formatting issues, but no worries. I'm going to click publish and a function is going to trigger because the code was changed in the body, and we can see the formatting is done. Shout out to Simeon for the idea and code for this. Okay, we've seen it fix issues. We're going to go over 3 other use cases, and at the end, I'm going to show you some of the code because there were some new things that were launched in functions. Now, as I update this blog post over time, I want to keep my readers informed. How did it change? Did I add more context? Did I fix things? Like, what changed about it? So in this code block, I realized I forgot some syntax there, and I'm going to click publish. Now we're going to watch the changelog at the bottom. AI is going to analyze the before and after state and automatically create little summaries of what was changed. So a returning visitor can see, oh, I need to update my code because this was broken. And I don't have this going straight to production because I want to be able to review the AI changes before going live. I like this, so I am going to click publish. And note that it didn't create a changelog entry for just the formatting issues because it knew it wasn't anything that was meaningful. Now I'm going to switch over to my blog, refresh, and at the bottom, we can see that there's this post update section that highlights the different changes made to the blog. This is a pretty neat way to use AI and summarize the changes made to the body. Now, over time, we are probably going to change our slugs and maybe even forget to update our redirects, but no worries. So I'm going to change my slug. If I didn't add a redirect, people would get a 404 landing on the previous link. But as soon as I click publish, we're going to go over to our redirect documents and see a new redirect is going to get created. And here it is. And it contains both the old slug and the new slug. Now, if I go back to my blog and refresh, we'll look at the URL and see now that it's going to the new slug. This function listens for changes in the slug field and adds a redirect if there was a change. Now, this post was just added for demo purposes. I need to delete it, but you might delete your content for many different reasons. And instead of adding a redirect, something else is going to happen. I'm going to click delete. We are going to look at the redirects, but instead of it redirecting to another page, which I don't have a page to redirect to, it's going to create a special status code. We'll open this here and see it's 410, meaning this is gone. It's not that it's not found, it just means it doesn't exist anymore. Now, I wanted to demo this because the ability to react on delete events is something new to Sanity Functions. Now, you might be wondering, are all of these functions triggering on every time I publish this post? I mean, that's going to eat up usage and it's just unnecessary. No, the answer is no. So we're going to take a look at the code just briefly to see how I'm able to trigger these functions under very specific conditions. This is a really, really powerful part about Sanity Functions. Here's the function definition for the one that handles redirecting my slugs only if the slug field changes, and we'll see how it knows how to do that. First, note that it reacts on the update event, but not just any update. Specifically, it uses this delta GROQ function that looks at the slug, and if it changed, then it will return true. And then the data that we send into the function, the projection, we're able to access the before state of the document and the after state of the document. And that's how we're able to populate the from field and the to field in our redirect document. Now, the next one we'll look at has something a little bit different because it specifically reacted when we deleted the document. And this is the delete event. So you can do update, delete, or create, and then continue on with your filters and projections. This one is rather simple. I was just looking for my article posts, and I'm passing in my slug, so it knows to return that 410 code for that slug. And real quick, I'll just show you the actual function file for the logic that's getting run. Basically, you can put any logic you want in here, and this will fire if those previous conditions were met. The code allows incredibly granular controls over when to trigger the functions and what data to pass in. And we've seen that throughout the life cycle of the content, such as looking for only code changes in the body or changes to the slug field and accessing that before and after state. Sanity Functions enable you to run event-driven logic natively in Sanity. So this saves you a lot of time by being able to do this in Sanity, not have to spin up extra services, but also A lot of the power comes from the ability to be very granular in determining when to trigger that function and what data to pass in it. That way, we can automate the things we don't want to do or some cool stuff that we just weren't doing before. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.